Ammo. Ammo? Okay, got it. And I think that a lot of today and tomorrow, like today and tomorrow for you, based on the timeline of next week, that today and tomorrow for me and you both, I'll say that it's important to send those videos, to send those messages out like today and tomorrow so that they can have time. Maybe they don't check them for a couple of days or whatever, and then follow up next week, and then that'll set you up for okay, what's happening in December. But I would encourage you at this point, yeah, to go ahead and send the ones that you do actually want in the city. And no other accountant is doing that in that city. I can guarantee it. And you don't want to waste this opportunity to when someone else pops up, right? That's what I'm always fearing with my clients that could be doing a lot more is that I don't know, some character will pop up that does have maybe some time to do a lot more, and then they go ahead and do it. And when that happens, it's not so fun. Like, it's just like, oh man, that could have been us. It's not that it's a threat. It's just that, oh man, we had a chance to make ourselves stand out. But you do have that opportunity because, like I said, most accountants they'll get very happy if a publication even asks them to put out an article, and they'll do the article, but they won't promote it. Yeah, so it's great for the salesmen. Like the salesmen are the ones that came up with this method, basically. I got it from a multi-millionaire B2B guy, and basically he doesn't even get on LinkedIn that much. Like almost no one knows him. Like he's not some kind of Gary V character. All he does is B2B deals though, and he sends those video messages on Instagram, and he gets their number, and then they start texting, and it's texting B2B like multi-million-dollar deals. But I'm trying to understand what the salesmen are comfortable with because it's always going to be the same. Whatever the salesmen are comfortable with, whether it's door to door or whether it's setting up a booth, and hey, we don't let anyone by our booth without letting them know what we do. Like that is always versus an accountant at a booth. There's always going to be a disconnect there with like a salesman mindset. So what I do, even though I was in sales, like I wasn't like a super crazy car salesman, right? So there is some apprehension that I have in terms of reaching out to people. The cool thing is that all the other accountants, they're not doing it. And the reason they're not doing it is they don't know about it. But they also, even when they know about it, they're going to be feeling the same like apprehension about doing it, about actually pulling it off. So what I try to understand for myself, because I mean, I'm the one that came up with it, but what helps more is not just saying it, but like trying to put yourself inside of it is I've been saying for a while now, like LinkedIn is the 2018, 2019 business mixer of our society. For your niche though, the same goes for Instagram. It's a wonderland of a big business conference, right? So I just pretend like when I'm on Instagram prospecting or on LinkedIn prospecting, I just pretend that I've walked into a big business conference, a big mixer. And I don't know how you do mixers and conferences, but when I go in, even if I go in with a group with my buddies probably will see me only sometimes or like after, because I'll be out there I went into that conference with a goal of who to talk to, right? And so I look at social media the same when I'm prospecting is I'm basically walking into a room and nothing is going to happen at this business conference. They're not just going to look at my booth or my little video or whatever if I don't go and talk to them. So it's crazy because I literally also think about the future, like a VR business conferences, but like virtual reality and all that crazy stuff. But the reason I think about that, and the reason I think it's so crazy, is because we have this. I love the nature. I love to get out, and when I do go out in nature, I realize that, oh man, like we're in 2018. Only 20 years ago, phones didn't exist. 15 years ago, like this is absolutely insane. Now everyone is spending a lot of their day in the phone. Like everyone, so many people, even in the big four offices, like, and they have so much work to do. Um, like it's almost as if the digital environment is becoming much, much more important than the actual like boots on the ground showing up to the business conference. Now, the older people will say, oh, but you can't forget about going out. Sure, like that's great. But you also, at this point, you have to understand that the digital environment is going to be a super powerful method of attack. And so at some point, instead of one or two people walking around this digital business mixer environment, like introducing themselves, it's going to be more saturated at some point. So I'm definitely trying to, let all my clients know what I'm thinking, which was that big spiel from me. But that's how I get myself like in the mindset, like, man, yeah, this does matter. Like I'm looking at like I'm, telling that to myself, right? Like you have got to send these messages and introduce yourself like you saw them at a business conference, and it was a great opportunity to talk to them. So that's my piece on that, man. And hopefully that makes sense because that's very meta. Okay. Cool, cool. So wrapping up here, do you have any questions at all about anything?